Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Today's case is honestly one I've never really seen anyone cover before, but I just got to talk about it. 'Cause literally any person could end up like this. Feels like, man, if someone makes just a few different choices in life and doesn't know how to deal with things, they can go completely off the rails. If you've ever watched any psycho-type movies, you know how most of those killers are. Super introverted, outcasts, hated by society. But the dude we're talking about today actually existed. He was from China, and in just 3 or 4 years, he straight up confessed to killing 67 people, all because he couldn't fit in and couldn't live with himself. So, yeah, let's get into the story of this insane guy, Yang Xinhai. Yang Xinhai was born on July 29th, 1968, in Henan, China. He lived with his mom, dad, and 4 siblings. He was the youngest one. The area he grew up in was dirt poor, and even among those poor families, his was broke on another level. Even as a kid, Yang figured out that the world runs on money. He was quiet and introverted, but real sharp. The kind of street-smart kid who crushes studies but doesn't talk much. Dude was super creative too. He used to write stories like full-on movie scripts, and even dreamed of one day seeing his work on a big screen. So one day his parents check his room and find this diary. And inside it, Yang had made up a whole damn universe. Like, it had its own religion, its own rules, even its own people. He named that world the Palace of Glass. At first, his folks were proud. Their kid was just a middle schooler and already creating deep stories. But then they actually read the thing, and what they saw freaked them out. The main character looked exactly like Yang, lonely, isolated, misunderstood. But instead of doing good, this hero was out here murdering people and escaping every time. The story revolved completely around this anti-hero and how he keeps getting away with crimes. His parents were legit shook. They're like, how can such a young kid even think like this? The murders in his story weren't random. They were planned down to every little detail. He even wrote the names of streets, the exact times, everything. That's when Yang's mom got terrified. What if one day he actually tries this stuff in real life? By the time he was 17, Yang dropped out of high school. He said he couldn't stand hearing other students' voices anymore and just walked away from it all. He straight up left home, no plan, no nothing. From then on, he hopped around doing random jobs, never staying anywhere too long. One time, broke and stranded, he snatched an old lady's purse at a train station. That was his first theft. And from that point, robbery became his thing. He'd watch his targets for days, waiting patiently before making a move so nobody could catch him. But in 1988, when he was 20, police caught him and threw him into a labor camp for 3 years. He got out in 1991, only to go back to stealing. This time he got caught again, and bam, another 5 years. So yeah, after spending nearly 8 years locked up, Yang finally got out in 1996. You'd think that would have changed him, right? Nope. It only made him darker. Not long after, he started stalking a random girl. He didn't even know her, but started following her everywhere. One day he tried to attack her, but she escaped and told the cops, and he got sentenced again. 5 years this time. They let him out after 4. In 1999, out of nowhere, Yang managed to charm a girl, and she actually fell for him hard. She had no idea about his past. They were even planning to get married. But when she found out about his old assault charges, she dumped him before he could propose. That heartbreak broke him completely. He lost whatever humanity he had left and became a total monster. In his twisted head, he blamed the entire society for his messed up life, said everyone else ruined him, and that's when he started his revenge on society itself, by randomly murdering people, usually families, often women. Before killing them, he'd assault them too. From 1999 to 2003, This guy was on an absolute rampage. 67 confirmed victims. Most of them were farm workers and poor folks in rural China. He was clever, though, never used the same weapon twice. Sometimes it was an axe, sometimes a hammer. He always wore white when he killed. And after every murder, he'd leave his white gloves next to the body. Even creepier, he'd steal the victim's clothes and wear them until his next kill, then switch again. Because of all these outfit changes, police couldn't pin down his identity for years. The guy even killed entire families. Old people, little kids, pregnant women. No one was safe to hide the evidence. Sometimes he'd burn the bodies with the house, or toss them in a river if they were light enough. But eventually he messed up. In 2002, he murdered a farmer's family and assaulted a pregnant woman. That case left enough forensic evidence for the police to trace some DNA. Still, he managed to stay free another year. Then, one night in November 2003, Yang was chilling at a nightclub in Hebei province. Police came in doing a random check. He got paranoid, thought they were there for him, and tried to sneak out the back door. The bouncer blocked him. Police noticed how nervous he was, and they stopped him. At the station, they ran his info. Bam! His record popped up. After hours of questioning, Yang finally confessed to everything. 67 murders over 4 years. Even the cops couldn't believe the number. They hadn't even filed that many reports. He described all the locations in detail. When they asked why he did it, he straight up said, "Because I hate society." That's it. No remorse. In February 2004, Yang Xinhai was sentenced to death and executed by firing squad. Even at the end, he never admitted he was wrong. Dude was an outcast from the start, yeah. But no pain or rejection gives you the right to destroy others' lives. That's beyond evil. Anyway, that's the insane case of Yang Xinhai, China's most brutal serial killer.